Okay. I found this. It's threaded on both sides. However, it's a little tough, but it goes on. But if I could find a nut to fit this. Now this screw fits it perfectly, and it has a nut on it, but it's not the size. And I really don't feel like going nuts looking for the size. So, do I have any little nuts? Oh! Oh! Get your mind out of the gutters. Okay, now we're going to have to play. Find the nut with the thread. Find the nut with the thread. Well, that's not it. What about this one? There we go. Now, will that fit in? Let me go get a piece. There it is. Will that fit into this? Oh, it doesn't go on that one. It goes on this one. No, but I can make it fit into there. Let's see if it fits through. It does. Okay. So you know how I'm going to do this? I'm going to heat this up, pull it through from this side, and it'll melt into that. That's the plan. And naturally, within the plan, it's trying to do it without touching this end and burning myself. Because I don't want a nut scar. Let's see if that's going to make it hot enough. It may or may not. It did. I have no water. Yeah, I really don't want to drop water in there with the computer in the stage that it's in, the position. Okay, so we have that out. It's got a little gunk on it, but that's in there. Nice, nice, and nice. Let me put this on the wheel. Gotta clean that off. Now, do I need it to be clean? Doesn't make a difference, but I'd rather have the starter clean. Okay, so that's going to be long enough. Maybe a little too long, but I do have knobs that I think I can fit in there. So that would have to be a small, like a small radio knob. And this one. Now this one, most of the knobs on this one have Allen screws to hold it in place. Now this would be the one. Oh, This one would be the one too. This one. That's another leg. What am I doing with the legs in here? Oh, wait a minute. What's this little puppy? I like the bigger one better. I do. Okay, I like this one better. I can tighten it down with the set screw. I will have to make a little flat spot on it, make it hold better. Not a big deal. Yeah, hold on, let me get the Dremel. Make a little flat spot on this. Okay, so here we are. I flattened that out. I did. Put that there. Put this in here with the flat part up. Okay. Screwdriver. There we go. There we go. Look crooked, but if this works, what I may do is put a little shim in there, because I have some little. See, the hole is just a little too big for this, not by much. Maybe, oh, I couldn't even tell you. 30 seconds, maybe. Just enough to put it off cant a little bit. And I do believe I have some real tiny little shims that'll slide over this and fill that void. So when I tighten down, it'll tighten down right. If not, I can just put a little half moon over here. You know, like a little bent piece of tin or something, and put it up against it. So we're all set there. Now the only thing is now, I'm not going to put this in yet, because one is I want to make sure that this is all cured before I start doing anything. And I'm going to put a little bit of the black crazy glue stuff. Well, it's actually for speakers, but it works great on there. However, there is something that I want to do first. I'm not going to be able to. All right. I am, however, now that I have this little Lazy Susan thing someplace, I think this one's going to be too small. What do we got here? Yeah, this is only 3 inches. And if I want it to be somewhat stable, I'm going to want at least 6. 5 maybe, but 6. So I'll probably order one. Now that I know where these are, put it back up here. Okay. Let me get that black glue. Now they call this the Lord Lord of Bass. Yeah. It's made for speakers and things. You know, so it does have a little give to it, but yet it's strong. It's stable. There. I'm gonna do that and this. I just don't want to drip it in there because I don't want to get it in there on the threads. I just want to get it where it's melted into the plastic. Now, if I have a way of keeping this is going to go in the house. I need a way of keeping this upright. I want to put a little bit more in there. There. Now where's she barking at? I'm telling you, we got good neighbors.